The Disney Lorcana North American Championships are behind us, so let's talk about the highs, lows, everything in between, and what's on the horizon for Disney Lorcana. I had an absolute blast at the North American Championship and the last qualifier event, but now it's behind us. There's a whole lot of things up on the horizon, but first I want to recap my time at the North American Championship in Anaheim, California. Hopefully you've already seen the vlogs. I did a day 1, 2, a day 3, and then the last 2 days that we were there. It was confusing because day 1 of the event was technically day 2 of the trip. I don't know. A whole lot of stuff happened, a whole lot of shopping. I went nuts. It was like a once in a lifetime opportunity to play at the first North American Championship. Like at Disneyland basically. And I haven't been to Disneyland since I was 18. I technically did not go in the park, especially if my son is watching, because I promised I would not go to Disneyland without him. So I have to plan that trip very soon. But let's break it down. Tickets were $90 and they included a Mickey Mouse promo, the Cinderella Stout-Hearted pin, and 2 Turbo Zone vouchers, which each voucher let you play either a multiple side events. I did Pack Rush, which was quick, easy, but you also got a Baymax and a Kuzco in the promo card. I want to say Enchanted because technically it looks like an Enchanted, but you got one of each promo, so you walked away with 2 Baymax, 2 Kuzcos right out the gate when you did your side events. So for the $90 ticket, the value was amazing. Also, the badge, let's just show off the badge. Every time I go to one of these now, I hunt down the creators and get them to sign the badge. I also did Pack Rush with one of the developers, Fletch there. So every badge I now have has been signed by the creators. Super awesome to have for the collection. I don't know, it was a great time. Any memorabilia I can take away from these things is always super fun. So let's get into the side events, because hopefully you already saw how I did and was immediately knocked out, spoiler alert. But the side events, the first chapter sealed was $65 after fees. You got 6 packs of chapter 1, which if you look at the going rate for a chapter 1 pack, I think they're around $12 now, so 12 times 6, you're looking at $72. You got 6 packs from them. You don't have to worry if they've been tampered with. Also, when you pay for that, you got a Baymax promo, which at the time, Baymax was $128. After the weekend, because there were so many out in the market, they dropped down to $71, but still you're immediately getting your money back and you get to open packs. The Floodborne sealed event was $59 and also came with a Baymax. So again, it was kind of a no-brainer. I mean, you're signing up for these, you're getting to open classic chapters. I guess it's been out a year and a half and I'm already referring to it being classic chapters. So you got to open first chapter and Floodborne. The Azurite Sea event was 6 packs of Azurite, and that one was only $43.89 after the fees. And it included a Baymax promo. So 6 packs of Azurite and the promo. And then every time you played 3 rounds, and if you won, you got a bonus pack. And in the first chapter, if you won, you got a pack of first chapter. So that was really exciting, and it made people actually stick around. A lot of people in the side events for the other chapters, as soon as they got their promo and they had already opened their packs, they took off. So there was quite a few people having no-show opponents, which you win the pack for free. So I don't know, I was actually there to play, get better. So I was happy that all my opponents showed up. And then the last one was the Chaos sealed, and it was the same price as Floodborne. It was $59 and it included the Baymax. And hopefully you saw the videos, because in the first chapter, I'm gonna give you time to jump ahead 10 seconds or 20 seconds, but in the first chapter, I pulled an Enchanted Mickey. And then in the Chaos one, I pulled the Enchanted Ursula, Deceiver of All, that I had been chasing. I wanted the error card, and I landed it, so I was super happy. It was really cool. And so most of those events all included the Baymax. There were a handful of side events that included the Kuzco. I realized I didn't do most of those, so I did not get a whole lot of Kuzcos compared to the Baymax. Moving on to the vendors. This event actually had less vendors than the Seattle DLC. There were 3 made vendors. Big shout out to Southside Gaming though. Those guys took such good care of me. They hooked me up with packs to open in the hotel, and they gave me awesome trade rates. Like, I cannot thank those guys enough. I'm looking forward to another future DLC, and hopefully those guys are there because I love working with them. The other 2 places, it was PPG, and I cannot remember the third one for the life of me. Prices were a little higher. That's something you have to keep in mind. You're at a location where these people are packing up all their product and flying it. In Southside Gaming's case, they're flying from Florida across the country with all these cards, their banners, t-shirts, hoodies, like all their sealed product that they bring. It's pretty wild. So you're gonna be paying a markup from some of the places. Like, yes, market price maybe $100 for an enchanted. Expect to pay $130 just because it's available, it's there, they're trusted sellers. And the same goes for foil cards. A lot of people at these events are trying to make their decks all foil cards, and foil cards have a premium price at these events. I didn't get a chance to finish out my chapter 1 while I was there. Just most of the cards I needed weren't available, or they were just too high for me to want to buy them on the spot. But yeah, I had a great time with the vendors. I bought from all 3 of them and gave them some support and shout outs and plugs, and it was a great time. And then also getting to watch and be a part of like the cheering when somebody's crowned the champion. Like, huge shout out, congratulations to Edmund Chu for winning the entire thing. It was nuts. It was great to sit like in the crowd and watch like Zach Bibbins and some other people I've seen play, and just being in the same room. You can feel the stress, and it gave me anxiety just watching it, but it was super cool being there. While we were there, they did announce some updates. Arcasia's Island, and they showed Lady and the Tramp would be there. And since I've left, they have officially announced dual ink cards, or dual color cards. They showed off a Beast and a Belle from Red Blue, so they work in either color. It's pretty crazy. It's just gonna add more dynamic to this game, and one more thing that I have to learn and figure out. But it's been a while since I've sat in this chair and recorded. I'm glad I know where to look, where everything still is. Work has been eating me alive lately. Last week was a 75-hour work week, which leaves like enough time to eat, say hi to my family, fall asleep, and get back at it. So it's great to be back in front of the camera. I apologize for the huge delay that it's been since my last video. I've got so much stuff in the works and a lot of boxes piled up on my porch that I brought in. So I will be ripping into a lot of product and doing reviews, showing things off to you guys. I'm very excited for the future of this channel and all things Lorcana. So speaking of the future, Arcasia's Island, March 7th is going to be dropping, which is coming up so fast. It is kind of, I mean, it's exciting they've announced the new upcoming chapters. It's stressful for, I'm sure everyone that's going to Worlds is stressed out not having an actual date on when that's coming. I'd love to know about some future DLCs. I love the product. I can't wait for the upcoming chapters, but at the same time, I would really love to know about upcoming events, what major cities they're going to this year. I can't imagine if I was going to Worlds not knowing, because hotels, airlines, like that's a whole thing to deal with. So I really hope they can get those DLCs announced and when Worlds is going to be. I won't be attending Worlds unless like some wild miracle happens and my family decides that we need to go to Florida for a week. Please? No, probably not going to happen. But they also announced Reign of Jafar, May 30th is dropping, which is pretty quick. You've got early March, late May, and then the Chapter 9, the Fabled series, will be in quarter 3, which you'd have to assume is July, August area. A lot of people were very curious, like, what is Fabled? Fabled is, it was mini cartoon, shorter ones from like the 1930s all the way up to 1990, but you've got things like Sleepy Hollow, The Ugly Duckling, The Pied Piper, Mickey and the Beanstalk. So It's just another outlet to keep spreading these chapters, introducing more characters. I mean, there's so many Disney characters, but like, I mean, you're cranking out these chapters every 3 months on average, so it's good for them to introduce something slightly different so that they don't just hammer all the characters repeatedly and try and rush them out, I think. Like, I don't know. I know they announced Pixar next year, 2026. That's gonna be wild. Like, imagining having like a Buzz Lightyear card, I don't know. It's gonna be really cool, so I'm looking forward to it. The kid in me is beyond excited. So dual color cards, the chapter 9, 8, and 7 all announced. There's been a bunch of new product that's launched. Costco's got an Into the Inklands bundle. It's $45 on their website. You can just buy it right now. It's a great time to not be a Pokemon collector. I'm still trying to buy stuff for my kiddo, and the latest set, hopefully you've seen some of these videos at Costco. Like, people are just going nuts over the new Pokemon and like the Costco bundles. So it's nice to casually be able to stroll into a store and be like, hey, I'm just gonna grab some Lorcana product, and somebody's not ramming me with a cart or trying to steal things from me. So the bundle at Costco is $45. It does include a Mickey Mouse promo, which market price on that promo alone is $24. So technically you're paying $20 for 6 packs of Into the Inklands, which, I don't know, I love these. The new promo, I'm gonna pop it up on the screen, but the new promo looks awesome. And I also got a sneak peek at the promo that's gonna be in the gift set for chapter 7 that's coming out. And I'll do some digging in upcoming videos and make sure I show off any pre-orders. I know Double Infinity Gaming was taking pre-orders online. Best Buy, I believe, says coming soon, but anytime I can find something, I will get that to you. Also, I want to review some of the cards I got. I've been yapping away. So this was pretty exciting. I'm going to just keep them out. Let's see. Let's slide stuff here. Okay. So after meeting with the artists at the DLC, I was able to get cards signed. So this was by Amber. She signed one to Live in Lorcana. It was the Gale foil. I got Friends on the Other Side signed by her to me personally. And she did the artwork for the Baymax promo. So I had a promo Baymax signed to Nathan. And then there was Whitney. She did the Elsa Ice Surfer, so I got that. And also she did the Yzma. This one was kind of a bummer. If you saw the vlog, I was in line, had to jump out of line, but left the card with someone. They got it signed, but they're using these awesome paint pens, and the person just grabbed it, so it got smeared. I mean, you can see the smear coming off the potion. It almost actually looks like it should be smeared, but I don't know. It's kind of a bummer, but I'm still super happy to have that. And then Coney, the artist, she did the Prince John Gold Lover for me, and I managed to get the greediest of all Prince John also signed to me, and it's Poor Nathan, because she is French, and it was super cool. And she signed the Cuzco promo. I ended up getting quite a few of the promos by the end of the trip, so I was okay with getting one of them signed, and I still managed to walk away with quite a bit of those. Just for playing in the last chance qualifier, you got the Dragonfire promo. So now that is the third one that I have earned. And then the promos. I got carried away. I don't have some of them here, but I ended up leaving with 6 Baymax, and then I also got 4 of the Cuzcos. And moving on, and this is what came in the gift bag when you bought your ticket. It was a Mickey Mouse True Friend promo, and I'm sorry, I saw Mickey Mouse there. I had to get it signed. I also got one signed for my son, so that was really cool. And then the first trade I did, I got my first crimped card. Check that out. So when they put them into the packs and crimped the edges, this card just happened to be a little too low, so it got crimped. And I know there's like a whole group on Facebook for like the miscuts, the error cards, the crimped, and so I'm sure this is valuable to them, but I've always seen them and wanted one, and the fact that it was like a legendary Ursula was just that much cooler, so I traded for that. And then of course the Glimineers, friends of ours on Facebook, they're doing a lot of great things for Lorcana. Every time I see them, I have them sign whichever event we run into them at. And then the other Lorcana channel, Lorcana Goons, I ran into them and had them sign the foil goons for me. So a whole lot of autographs on this trip. It was great. I wonder where I put them. Timeout. Okay. So these are a little big. One of the vendors was selling, these are top loaders. It's a top loader and it holds an 8x10. It was, oh yeah, here we go. It was like, they were selling them for $2, and I'm sorry. A top loader that holds something that big is just great to have, because you're getting these super cool autographs and have no way to keep them safe like the big ones. So I grabbed a bunch of top loaders. This was just the map. I don't know, we're gonna switch up to this angle. This was the map, so where we were at. I thought it would be super cool to have it. And then of course, Whitney Polet, she signed the Elsa, I don't know what you call this, like a promotional card, I'm not sure. She signed one to my mom because I mentioned, she asked me, am I signing to Nate or Nathan? And I said, well, my name's Nathan. Everyone calls me Nate, but my mom will get mad because she named me Nathan. And so she signed one to my mom, which was super cool. And then another Coney. So she signed this. They're just super cool to have. And then I put them up on display. I got in line a few times. Okay. So there's two of them. And I got them in two different inks. So that's cool. And then the other Whitney one that she signed for me. And then of course, Amber signed this. And it was super cool. Amber was an amazing artist. Really cool to talk to. And I mentioned the channel and she gave me her email so that we could chat later and actually have her on the show to do an interview about her art and upcoming project. So that's something I'm gonna get in the works. It'll be totally different for this channel. Really excited to actually talk with her and kind of have her on here via Zoom. Some of the other things I got. So if you were following the vlog, you know I pulled the Mickey Mouse Enchanted from Chapter 1. God, there's a lot of cards, sorry. The Wayward Sorcerer from Chapter 1. And then in the Chaos draft, I pulled Ursula, Deceiver of All. It was so unreal to get 6 packs and pull an Enchanted in a room full of people and then just start screaming. It was great. One of the trades I did, I've always loved this card and I never pulled it from Inklands. And Belle, Strange But Special. When I got her, that put me one Enchanted away from finishing my Chapter 1 set of Enchanteds. And of course, I wanted the Ariel. I never got my hands on her. Love the artwork. I don't know why I got King Candy. Honestly, my buddy Eli, when we were in the Seattle for the DLC, he would get candy every night. And I said, man, that's got to be your card. So maybe this will end up in Eli's hands. And again, I already have the Robin Hood, but I absolutely love the artwork and couldn't say no. I did get a location enchanted because I almost have all of Chapter 5 enchanted. This one was missing, so I went for it. I traded off quite a bit of cards. And when I say I traded, I bring all extra legendaries, rares, super rares, duplicate enchanteds. Like I bring a lot. My bag was uncomfortable. And since I've never pulled an enchanted from Chapter 6, I decided to just start trading and buying them. So I got Chip and Dale, I snagged Tiana, Daisy Duck, Basil, Raya, the islands I pulled from the sea. I got the Baymax. That one was cool. And then We Could Be Immortals. I had to get that one. And Wreck-It Ralph. And the final one, I went for it and grabbed Treasure Mountain. The enchanteds there at the DLC, there was a lot of them. So it was easy to pick up something. You know what there wasn't a lot of was Aurora from Chapter 1. And then I also wanted Cinderella Ballroom Sensation, but those got snatched up. And the only one that was available had been written on in marker. It wasn't an autograph. It was like a kid wrote on their parents Enchanted, and they were still selling it for over $200. So I passed on that one. Couldn't bring myself to buy a graffitied, ruined Enchanted as much as I wanted it. And also during the shopping, when we were going through like downtown Disney and some of the area shops, I found the Brave Little Tailor Mickey Funko Pop, so I had to snag him. It was too cool to pass up. And of course, I went a little pin crazy and snagged a couple Stitch pins. I don't know, I wanted them. And while playing people, some of the people, my opponents that I had played, a lot of them were in costumes or had pins on them. And so when I played this person, she gave me a pin, and they're super clever. They put like their tags on there so you know how to find them. And I had just pulled the Ursula and was actually playing the Enchanted Ursula so that I could win with it. So she gave me an Ursula pin, which was super cool. And then I played Eeyore in one of my games. He was dressed up as Eeyore. It was great. And so he gave me a pin as well. All of his opponents got pins. So it was really cool. Like, the vibe there is just amazing, friendly, awesome, happy. So it was a really good time. I have been talking for so long. I also bought a lot of sealed product, and that's what I'm going to get into now. I've got a handful. How many is a handful? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blister packs of Azurite Sea. Oh, I would love to pull an Enchanted. Even though I got almost all the ones I wanted, it would still be pretty great to pull one finally for the channel. So I'm just gonna get into these last packs that I still have. There is so much coming. Like, as I'm recording this, I just got a buzz on my phone that a package has been delivered, and it is my first chapter Disney Lorcana, but Japanese. So I ordered playmats and booster boxes. Honestly, as soon as I'm done recording, I'm gonna edit this thing, fall asleep, get up early, and I'm gonna rip into those things and get that video out as fast as I can, because I want to see and hold the first chapter. The Japanese cards look incredible, and from what I've heard, they are thicker quality, brighter. I don't know. The pull rates are going to be tough because I think there's only 6 cards per pack, so it'll be interesting. So hit that subscribe button if you want to be alerted when that video drops, because I've got a lot of first chapter in Japanese, and I'm really curious what's on those playmats. So anyways, I'm going to get into the Azurite Sea and see if maybe the luck can change with this set, because it has been rough. And I'm still got some set champs coming up, so I need a handful of cards to beef up some decks. Hiro Hamada for the first rare, Pooh Pirate Ship, and the foil, Juju, Mama Odie's Companion. Wow, it feels kind of weird. I have not opened product since I was in Anaheim. And it was awkward doing it with the self-facing camera and trying to like manage it all in a hotel. So it's great to be back. Again, I'm really sorry for the delay. Personal life, it's a whole thing, and work is something else. So lead the way, Chief Bogo, Hercules, David, the Walrus, and the rare Gontu. I wanted one of these so bad. Gontu for the rare, Mr. Smee for the super rare, the foil, Abu. Little monkey. Yeah, I really wanted that Gontu. He's it's kind of a nightmare of a card to play against. Like, unless you have a way to remove him, he's gonna get 4 lore. He's weak and he'll get kicked out pretty quick, but 4 lore in 1 turn is kind of wild. My buddy Jay actually played that card in Anaheim and had 2 of them out at once, which I can't even imagine. That's just a nightmare to deal with. Moana, Kakamora, Hey, Treasure Mountain for the rare, Olivia Flaversham for the rare, the foil, Fred, mascot by day. Man, Azurite Sea has just been so unkind to me. It's kind of wild. I've opened over 250 packs and not a single enchanted. Like, mind-blowing stats. I mean, I mix it up. I don't buy sealed cases. I buy product at random where I can find it. So I guess had I have just bought a sealed booster box case, I would have gotten at least 1. Or maybe I wouldn't have. Like, maybe the luck is so bad I wouldn't have even gotten 1. Galactic Council Chamber, Training Dummy, Vanellope, another Gontu. All right, I'm gonna get a playset of Gontu and use him. And the other, Rescue Ranger Submarine, the foil, Heathcliff. That's pretty great though. I know that Gontu's pretty popular card, so I'm okay with having multiples of him. I'd really like an enchanted, or even a legendary, but I don't know. It's Azurite Sea. It's been mean to me. Hopefully you had better luck with Azurite. I've read a lot of the comments and it seems like I'm not the only one struggling with this set. Right, Mickey? Right. Anyways, Helping Hand, Mad Hatter's Teapot, Kakamora Scar, Transport Pod, Baymax for the rare, Winnie the Pooh for the rare, the foil, Flotilla. Rare foil. And I'm still doing foil, full sets of foils. So I've got the binder. I'm doing pretty good in this chapter. I'm 5 or 6 cards away from finishing my first chapter. It's just kind of as I get time or when I pop into some of these local gaming stores and card shops. But yeah, it's getting there. I'm still dedicated to finishing them. Ooh, Diablo, Bellwether, Energy Blast for the rare, Bend to My Will. I have seen this card popping up in decks and it is just mean. Discard all the cards in your hand. I mean, it's 7 ink cost, but it's a nightmare if somebody can pull it off and play it. And the foil, David, Impressive Surfer. Not sure why that needed to be a song. I'm just really excited to open packs, even though it is Azurite Sea. But never fear, I've also got Shimmering Skies that I picked up. So all of these packs are things I picked up while I was in Anaheim, whether it was from some of the vendors there or it was some of the stores we hit while we were shopping around. But there is Shimmering Skies, Inklings, and Floodborn. So hopefully there's a big hit in one of these. Sunglasses, Mickey Mouse, John Darling, Kanga for the rare, Minnie Mouse for the super rare, the foil, Making Magic, Little Mama Odie. All right, last pack of Azurite Sea. Yikes, not a single legendary. 2 Gontus is great, but a legendary or something above a legendary would be great. Heck, look at that. All right, last pack, Sprinkle the Magic, let's go. Adora Beazle, good job. Mad Hatter's Teapot. Ooh, that John Silver's been getting a lot of play lately. Another Diablo, Myrtle, Judy Hopps for the rare, Madam Mim for the super rare, and the final slot of the foil, 100 Acre Island. Classic Azurite Sea being rude to me. I can't even believe that. Not even a single. Wow. All right, I'm gonna slide these out of the way. I will deal with them later. That's the problem with opening multiple chapters. Then you just get all these piles. All right, so I've got 2 packs of Shimmering Skies. Yeah. It was interesting, like we went to all those stores on the last day and like how some of them had chapter 3 or chapter 5 or chapter 4. It was just kind of all over the place. So that's why these packs are kind of all over the place. Pete, Gazelle, Happy, Donald Duck, Maleficent, Sleepy, Robin Hood for the rare, Luisa Madrigal for the rare, the foil. Hey, legendary foil. And I'm sure I probably need her because chapter 5, actually I had an unreal amount of chapter 5 cards. So for foils, it was wild. I think when I was sorting them, it hit me. I was like, every foil represents a pack open. That foil stack was, I went hog wild on chapter 5. Azurite Sea, I'm definitely ready for the next chapter because it's not been good to me. All right, last pack of Shimmering Skies. Cogsworth, I'm pretty pumped it finally got a legendary though. And it was foil. Ruby Chromacon, Pacha, Archimedes, Daisy Duck, there we go. I needed one more copy of her. All right, so starting off with a super rare, which means the next slot is super rare again, and the foil, Clarabelle Clumsy Guest. Well, that is awesome for chapter 5. Not bad at all, actually. I'm gonna be a gentleman and sleeve Mirabel really quick, because legendaries go in sleeves. Okay, I'll get those out of the way. And moving on to the Inklands. I got 3 packs of Inklands for whatever reason. This is why, like, somebody needs to watch over me when I'm shopping, because I see things and somehow they end up in my cart. I haven't opened Inklands in quite a while. I did order the Costco bundle thing, the bundle deal. So I will open that in a future video and show off that promo card that I talked about earlier. Pretty pumped for that. Minnie Mouse, Agrabah, Don Carnage, Jafar, Nani, Cloud Kicker, Maui Whale for the rare, Fang River City for the rare, the foil, Thaddeus Clang. Oh, I forgot about the extra location card thing. The 2 extra location card informational wonders that they give you. I'm starting to respect locations. They're helpful when you're playing. I don't run any. Oh, I think I ran one. I take it back. I ran the library in one of my decks. So I'm coming around to locations. Robin Hood, I Will Find My Way, Magic of the Spell, Wildcat, Mufasa for the rare, Peter Pan for the rare, the foil, I've Got a Dream. 2 cards is so unnecessary. I'm throwing them away. They're going in the trash. All right, last pack of Into the Inklands. See if I can't get some magic, some luck, or maybe I left all my luck in Anaheim, because pulling 2 enchanteds, like, that was unreal. Like, even, and then after a while you're walking around, people are walking by, they're like, that guy, he pulled the enchanted. It was super cool. It was pretty great. Diablo, Dalmatian Puppy, Flint Heart, Little John, Maui Whale again for the rare, Genie for the super rare, the foil, Magic Broom Swift Cleaner. Oh, I already got rid of the location things. Nothing super wild from chapter 3. Slide those out. I'm just ready for Floodborn. I've got a decent amount of Floodborn. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because I love odd numbers. So 7 packs of Floodborn. Hopefully I can finish this off with something great. My big Floodborn chase is still that Cinderella Ballroom sensation. But actually, even the enchanted, but even like some of the earlier cards for the Hyper Aggro or Steel Song would be pretty great to pull. Let the storm rage on. The Prince, Pain, Falling Down the Rabbit Hole for the rare, Honest John, and Rapunzel, Gifted Artist. I love opening Floodborn. Almost as much as the first chapter. Not quite, but I'm hopeful there's something great in these. So far, I think some of the best hits, I mean, the Mirabelle foil, legendary foils are always great. They trade awesome, and I might need it for the set. But those 2 Gontus and the Daisy Duck are probably going to be some of the best takeaways from this so far. Cinderella, Lawrence, Bucky, Bucky, Bashful, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo for the rare, Maurice's Workshop for the rare, the foil, Lumiere for the rare foil. Yeah, chapter 2. I don't know, I've got a special spot. Ooh, I pre-ordered chapter 2 Japanese as well. I don't know. I should probably stop after chapter 2 for the Japanese sets, but I'm excited to open it. I don't know. I'm really excited to just get to open more Floodborn, even though it's Japanese and I'm gonna have to try and remember what the card originally was. It's gonna be fun either way. Card Soldiers, Lady Tremaine, super rare. I needed her. I've been trying to make play sets of the popular play cards, and she's one of them. So Lady Tremaine for the super rare, the Queen for the super rare, the foil, the Huntsman. And I am still trying to finish my chapter 2 foil set. So definitely a handful of playable cards, but Nothing super wild, and nothing's giving me an excuse to scream and go crazy here. But thank you. Hopefully you stuck it out to watch these packs get opened, or you just fast forwarded through, because I talked and covered a whole lot. So I apologize if it was information overload, but I haven't seen you guys in weeks, so I had to get it all out and update everyone. Judy Hopps, Card Soldiers, Cinderella, Stout Hearted for the super rare, Basil, Great Mouse Detective for the super rare, the foil, charge. All right, down to 3 packs. Only 1 legendary out of all those packs. I'm worried that the luck stayed in Anaheim. I hope not. That would be great to pull. I loved the Enchanteds from Chapter 2 as well. Okay, down to the last 3 packs. Legend of the Sword and the Stone, Raya, Donald Duck, Blue Fairy, Sword and the Stone. Oh, if you followed along, perplexing signposts is usually a sign that there's something great behind it. Sisu Legendary. It never fails. Perplexing signposts. I've pulled Enchanteds like 2 times after that is the rare card. And what's behind Sisu? Madam Mim Fox foil. Wow. Okay, so Madam Mim Fox foil is like a super valuable card. Like the Fox card is still played heavily in decks, but like the foil version is, the price on that thing is wild. So I'll shoot that up right now. Ding. But wow, I cannot believe the perplexing signpost luck continues. That was wild. A legendary and then a foil. I think that might be, aside from like the Beast, Tragic Hero, or any of the legendary foils, that might be the most valuable foil in the set, I think. All right, 2 packs left. Now we're getting some hits. Thank you, Floodborn, for saving the day. You've rescued us. Tigger, Hypnotize, Rabbit, Piglet, Let the Storm Rage On, Eli LaBouffe, Donald Duck, Sardine Can, Radigan for the rare, Kronk for the rare, the foil. Oh, Pete! Yes! Oh my gosh! I did not expect an enchanted pull in the second to last pack, but wow, here he is. Pete Enchanted! Oh my gosh, I love the Enchanteds from Chapter 2. Ah, that's amazing. Oh my goodness. Pete, get yourself into a sleeve. Oh, I cannot believe that just happened. The luck has returned. Oh man, that's a great looking Pete. And he's actually in pretty decent shape. Good centering. I'm only doing that because I keep trying to reference this PSA video that I'm trying to release. But my local GameStop stopped doing PSA. And when I checked in with them, they told me 2 weeks ago they would be getting the stuff to start mailing them out. I called again today and she told me to check back in at the end of the week. So hopefully I can get something submitted and show you all how to prepare, how to submit, the whole process for if you want to send cards in for grading, how it works out. So anyways, I can't believe I pulled an Enchanted. Yee. Okay, last pack. We don't need no last pack magic, but it'd be great to finish it off on a high note. But let's see what's in the last pack. Tigger, Owl, Hold Still, Hercules, Jafar Dreadnought, Caterpillar, the Huntsman for the rare, Radigan's Marvelous Trap, and the foil, Chip the Teacup. So, whole lot of packs. I was gonna say like a whole lot of nothing earlier, but Floodborn came through with the rescue. Pete, Bad Guy, Madam Mim Fox, and the Sisu Divine Water Dragon Legendary. And of course, the Mirabelle Madrigal Foil Legendary. So thank you for sticking it out. I'm sorry this video got so long. I just had so much to catch up on. I'm gonna race off to edit this thing and get ripping into my first chapter, Japanese Lorcana cards and playmats. I also believe I got the deck sleeves, so we will see how everything looks, the quality, compare it, and I'm very curious to see if the playmats have Japanese on them or if they're identical to the American mats, because then that's gonna cause a whole issue online. People selling Japanese mats as the American ones without the box. I don't know. It's gonna get wild. So hit that subscribe button if you wanna be notified when that video drops. Thank you again for following along. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your everything.